too. Go to mysolarbackup.com to learn more and check availability. That's mysolarbackup.com. Look for the free report, Crisis Cooling, how to make absolutely sure your meat, milk, and medicines stay safe and cool in any power outage. Yours free at mysolarbackup.com.
Wanted to make your
Fly by, and refined tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry though, with a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades. But there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together to safeguard the manatees and the places they call home. Be the friend they need. Visit SaveTheManatee.org. Thank you.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind?
He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz. Matt Gibbs giving good information this morning. Those batteries are a mystery. You know, you would think that with all this battery technology, they're going to figure out how to charge these things quicker than they can now. And they're going to have to. I want to talk about this story. COVID-19, still in the news, folks. Still in the news. We had the largest surge of positivity that we've had in months happen last week or into the last 7 days. It is Florida had over 423,000 cases, up by 40%. It's spreading we're the fifth fastest state in the country. Still on the top 10 list where the virus is spreading the fastest. But it's the Omicron version, which is a much milder version, much more contagious version. But I'm continuing to read reports where epidemiologists from all around the country believe that we're starting to see the endemic. What does endemic mean? Endemic means where they're starting to realize that we're at the Omicron may be the version that we live with, and there's going to be other mutations, but the Omicron may be the start of where it's the versions that we're going to have to live with. This virus is going nowhere, and we're going to have to start treating it as we do other respiratory diseases and all. Instead of trying to eradicate it, just understand that it's here. We need to take precautions to deal with it and start treating people who are sick with it, and not get in a hysteria about how many people come down with the illness. Because this version doesn't look as fatal as the original COVID, and is with more people with vaccinations, more people with antibodies, it's becoming less and less deadly. And it's, this Omicron variant looks much more contagious but much weaker. And so it looks like that this is going to be the endemic, is what some people have put out in op-eds they wrote in the American medical journals and stuff, that they believe we may be, even though the outbreaks are way up, we may be on the downside of the fatalities and of large hospitalizations. Once we get it out of people's minds that as soon as they feel sick because it's COVID, they think they may have COVID, to rush to the hospital and get tested, or to rush out and get tested and then go to the hospital. That was COVID when it originally hit, because it could kill you. It was fatal, not 20% fatal like they predicted, but there's still over 800,000, almost 900,000 people that have died in the United States from this outbreak over the last 2 years. Omicron is not showing that kind of numbers. But it is starting to worry people, though, especially here in Marion County, because of what's happened. Marion County schools have seen a spike in cases during the first week after we came back from the break. They jumped by nearly 500 last week in area schools, while the number of new quarantines tripled when comparing it to the week ending January 8th to the week ending December 17th. Schools were on break, of course, December 8th through January 2nd. Monday's school report revealed that 512 people. It breaks down to 356 students and 156 employees tested positive for COVID-19 during the week ending January 7th. But they're not differentiating whether it's the Omicron variant, the Delta variant, or the original COVID-19 variant. Most people are saying it is the Omicron variant. And the record for COVID in school cases in 1 week was 733 back in August. So Marion County Public Schools, the largest employer here, says there were 726 people, 638 students, and 88 employees placed under quarantine during the week ending January 7th. That was compared to 169 for December 11th through the 17th. but the record was almost 3,500 back in August. So we're still nowhere near the totals that we were at back in August. I mean, yes, they do have 726 new people that were quarantined last week, but that is still 5 times less than we were doing back in August. And, you know, it's one of those things we're going to have to deal with, folks. It's a virus. It's not going anywhere. We're going to have to learn to deal with it. And if you're not feeling the symptoms, now doctors are saying don't even get tested. Don't get tested just because, you know, well, I know somebody who has it, so I need to go get tested. There's a change in attitude that you're starting to see now with more articles coming out. Even members of Joe Biden's own COVID transition team are now saying it's time to stop testing just to get tested, and it's time to start working on people who are sick and showing symptoms, getting them well. That you're causing a hysteria by just testing people that are showing no symptoms. One doctor even compared it to, you don't go to the hospital and say, hey, I don't think my leg's broke, but could you x-ray it and do a CAT scan just in case? That's what she compared the testing now of Omicron, of the virus to. When you don't feel any symptoms and you still go out and get tested, she compared it to, you don't have a broke leg, but you go out and get an x-ray just in case. So the Marion County school systems did not decide to do the mask mandate. I thought that was very good on their part. So it's just, you know, it's one of these things where as winter hits, we have more viruses. Now they have the flu-rona because they said you can get the corona, the Omicron, and the flu at the same time. So the more we learn, the more we're going to be able to keep a handle on this. Remember, we were flying blind 2 years ago. We knew people were dying. We had to try to stop people from dying. And, you know, almost over 800,000 people have died in this country. That's not a small number, folks. You know, in the grand scheme of the population of the United States, it's a small number. But you tell the families of those 800,000 plus people that died from this, they don't consider it a small number, and they shouldn't, by the way. But just letting you know, the Marion County School Board said that they've had a surge in positivity rates, but they got 7,000 employees at 51 schools, dozens of district offices. They have 42,000 kids that go to school, and they had 726 people they had to quarantine. So out of over 50,000 employees and students, they had to quarantine 726 of them last week. And that's only a fifth of what they had to quarantine back in August. So while it sounds like a big number, it really isn't that large of a number. And by the way, the immune system of the kids are usually good enough that it combats the COVID virus anyway. The mortality rate of children is almost non-existent. So just some numbers here in Marion County about where we are with the COVID-19 outbreak and the common flu and cold season, which we're in the middle of right now. It is influenza season. So all these things need to be factored in when thinking about the sickness rate in Marion County. We're going to take a break, come back, wrap up this version of Ocala Talks. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352